Hey there, boys and girls. Today we'll be doing Dark Visions Area 2. We're going to kill this giant bug that looks like a worm. It's probably from the movie Tremors. Zon's going to be our passive provoke, full evade, Zon tank. What else does Zon do? Edward Elric's going to be here to Stardust Ray Chain with Zon. Laswell is here for Ice Imbue and buffs. Kadaj is here to break and chain. Cloud is here to finish. Noctis is here for a fire resist buff. I know I go through the gear kind of quick. Don't worry about that. I put the stuff in the descriptions. It takes me forever to do it. It's a courtesy. I just don't feel like pouring over the gear. It's extreme, and it helps us win. Alrighty, Laswell is going to cool down. Well, we don't need his buff. We'll use a cooldown and an ice imbue. Sometimes these bosses start running together. Where's your ice imbue, Laswell? There we go. Edward Elric can just use no comparison between us this turn. It really doesn't matter. Like, he can do it next turn too. Kadaj will power up. Cloud. Oh, I moved my thing. Cloud will use this cooldown. Noctis, this is actually important. Give us a fire resist buff. And really, the only thing we need to steal, we don't have any killers we're going to spread. We'll just steal a buff from Cloud. Nothing super complex going on with this boss. He's going to do some fire AoEs. We're going to immune all that. Edward Elric can defend. Nothing for him to do. We'll use Fatal Bloom. It's a mod increase. Cloud has nothing to do. We'll just defend him. We'll get some more resist out with old Noctis. And then Kadaj can break the boss. And let's see here. Zon can... He stole the buff from Cloud. You can just project. No, he needs a steal. I'm sorry. Elemental from Laswell and project. You gotta be on your mental game when you're using Zon. The man does so much. Gotta make sure you're not going crazy. Alrighty. We'll be going for a kill on this turn. We're going triple Stardust Ray Chain with Edward Elric. His Auto Mel Blade is AoE. Just always remember that. So we'll do 2 of those, and we'll do Hammer of the God. That's single target. Laswell will triple Mirror of Equity. Cooldown. Mirror of Equity. Kadaj will triple Mirror of Equity. Cloud will Limit Burst. And Noctis will finish. Probably don't need Noctis to finish whatsoever. It's probably a dead slot. It looked good, so we went with it. Send Noctis off. We'll send our Chainers off. We'll do a whole bunch of damages. Make sure we get that chain cap. And we good. I don't have an ice team for Phoenix. I tried. I couldn't make an ice team work. A lot of people are using Gilgamesh on this Dark Visions. I don't have him. Don't have Reagan, so I'm kind of limited on the ice that I can do. It's pretty much on Laswell. He's busy, so I opted for an Earth team on Phoenix. I think it's kind of clever, so hope you guys like it. Tab over to the Earth tab. Load up our team. Quite a few moving parts to this clear. Pay attention to the buff order. I know I have to. Zon is going to be our passive provoke tank. Edward Elric is going to be Stardust Ray Chaining. He's going to be using the Holy Torch on turn 2 to dispel. Malphasy is going to be giving us Bird Killer. She's going to break the boss, and she's going to Mirror of Equity chain with this dagger right here. It came from some event. Kandroma? Ondroma, I guess that's how you say it. Look it up, see if you can make it. Yigo is going to give us a 300% attack buff. 300%, really good. 120% Earth Imperil and an Earth Imbue. Really, really slot efficient. Her damage is terrible. Laswell is going to give us an awesome buff for this boss, basically counters. And Sid, of course, is going to finish. Alrighty, like I said, pay attention to the buff order here. We want to go ahead and use Edward Elric's cooldown. Then we want to get this Bird Killer buff going on with Malphasy. And then Laswell needs to use his cooldown and then this resist buff, very important. And Sid can just use his Sky Dragon Squall. And then Zon needs to steal the Elemental buff from... Actually, I want to go ahead and use the thing from Yigo too. The attack buff. we will steal the elemental buff, the resist buff from Laswell. We're going to steal the killer buff from Malphasy. Then we're going to steal the attack buff from Yigo. We're going to put all those on to Zon. Hang on to that for just 1 second. Alrighty, Edward Elric is going to use a Holy Torch because this boss has damage reduction. That's no good. And then Yigo is going to use Brutal Whip. That's going to give us the Earth Imperil. And then, and it's also going to imbue her with Earth. Then we'll use Birds of a Feather. And let's see here. Let me make sure I know what I'm doing. Laswell is going to use his Mod Boost. We're going to get Sid ready to jump. Alrighty, we are going to Elemental, Yigo. We don't have anything else to critical, really, because we buffed the last turn, so we'll do Projected. Sounds good to me. Spread all this out. We'll put Sid up in the air. Since now we've spreaded Laswell's 1-turn buff out, we had the Mirage from Sid. We should be good to go. I know Laswell's taking damage. It's from Subservient. Don't worry. We'll get triple Stardust Ray ready. We'll do the same thing with Edward Elric. We'll do 2, and then Hammer of the God, just like we did on the other boss. We'll do Mirror of Equity with Malphasy. We'll triple cast Toxic Whip with Brutal Whip. And then Laswell will also triple cast his Mirror of Equity frames. Then we'll send all these guys off. When that chain gets nice and high, we'll drop Sid. Should have a max damage. Very nice, very nice, very nice. I thought that was a really cool solution. Yigo, obviously a dead slot. Malphasy, pretty much a dead slot. She only has 75% bird killer, I believe. But, you know, she gave us the breaks. She gave us the bird killer. Yigo gave us the buffs. Hope you guys liked the video. Have a good rest of the week. Toodaloo.